Hi everybody, Christopher Nejman. Well, what I'm showing you here is a presser foot for my Baby Walk and Brothers sewing machines. And the Janome also makes a presser foot like this, and so does Singer, from what I understand, on their newer machines. And you might want to check to see if your Jukies do. I'm not sure if I don't have a Juki, so I can't tell you that, a domestic Juki. But we're going to be talking about this little black button here. And a lot of people never ever knew what this was. And I remember when I was on the road teaching and I was telling everybody about their standard J foot and the black button, people did not know what that black button did. And I said to them, I said, it's been in your instruction manual all this time. And then when I was on sewing groups on Facebook, a lot of people that own Brother machines did not know about that either. I don't think people read their instruction manuals. I really don't. You know, I'm probably the only one that sits in the bathroom with my instruction manual when I'm doing my business, and I read. You know, I read my books. But that's what us men do, you know. But I know you women are smarter, so. But anyway. So anyway, what this is good for is when you're sewing over heavy jeans, like the flat felt seam. You see that? And you're going to be able to sew over that without having to worry about your needle breaking or you getting that ski slope effect. So here's what I like to do when I'm sewing over heavy fabric. I like to have my thread, my stitch length at 3.5, okay? And then I've got a jean needle in. So stay with me. I will be right back, and I'm going to show you how to use this standard straight zigzag foot with that little black button. It's like a hump jumper, okay? Stay with me. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back everybody. I've got my scrap piece of jeans, also old jeans I cut up here, and I'm going to show you now how we're going to use this foot, okay? So here we go. Let's just pretend you're sewing, you're doing some hemming on your jeans, your kids' jeans, your jeans, whoever, your husband or wife jeans. And so normally what would happen is when you're getting ready to come to this flat felt seam here isn't all that thick. Some of them are much thicker than this. So here we go here. We come up to this seam here. Now watch what happens when you come up. What's going to happen is this toe, let me put this foot down here. Okay, this toe is going to do a ski slope. It's going to go up. And what happens sometimes when you've got even a thicker seam here, when this goes up, it'll cause the needle to break. Well, how do you prevent that? All right, so you lift your presser foot, and what you're going to do, I'm going to come over here and show you, try to keep my finger out of the way. You're going to push this little button in until the foot is level, and the foot will not go up or down anymore. Then while holding that, you lower the presser foot, and that's going to keep the presser foot level and straight for you, so you can go over that big thick seam there with no problems at all. You see that? Isn't that wonderful? Let's do that again. I'm going to come over here. Okay, so now I'm gonna come back up this way. We're gonna come up by that seam there. Okay, see what happens when I come up by this seam? All right, you've got a thick seam there, right? So now I'm gonna level this foot, put it back, put the foot back down, okay, and then we're going to stitch over that, and it's going to stitch evenly. And when it comes over, when it goes back over, well, see, I lift the foot. Okay, there we go. This machine has an automatic presser foot lift and down, and I forgot to shut it off because normally sometimes you'll be doing this on a manual machine. Okay, so what happens is now this foot is nice and level. It will not go up and down anymore. But the black button will release once it goes over the hump. Watch how it does that. See how that black button released? Okay, so let me do this one more time and show you, okay? Because this is ingenious. You know, normally in the old days, I'll tell you what we did in the old days. In the old days, before they had anything like this, because the old feet really didn't have it, you would take a scrap piece of fabric like this and you would roll it up, and then you would go ahead and you would stick it behind the foot back there as it's going over the big seam, over the thick seam, so it would keep that foot flat. Now you don't have to. All you got to do is when you come up to this here, and remember, they didn't have this foot in the old days with the older machines, okay? So now I'm going to lift the foot. I'm going to push this black button until it's level, until it goes in, and this foot will not move. Now I'm going to lower, while keeping my finger depressed on the black button, I'm going to lower the foot, and now I'm going to sew over that seam, and I'm not going to have an issue at all sewing over that seam. See how slow I'm going? I got to tell you a quick story, and my sister will probably kill me for telling this story. But one day at 1 o'clock in the morning, I get a phone call from her, and she says, my sewing machine is making a thumping noise. I said, well, what's wrong with it? And she goes, I don't know. I was hemming Nicholas's jeans, and it was thumping. Can you come help me? Well, we're both night owls, so I said, yeah. And I only lived like 5 minutes from her. So I went over there, and I looked, and her needle was broke. And I'm like, well, what the heck happened here? So I asked her to demonstrate to me how she was sewing. I'm going to show you something. And I'm going to stop. I'm going to show this in a little bit here to demonstrate. Now, we're from up north, and we have lots of hills in Pennsylvania. And in the wintertime, to go up a hill, you've got to get a good head start to go fast up that hill. Otherwise, you're going to slide. You're not going to make it up that hill. Well, this is what she was doing. She was going really fast, and she thought if she'd go really fast, she'd be able to go over that hump, and because she's speeding like a car going up a hill in the wintertime, she thought she'd be able to do that. Well, once she got to that hard seam, the ski slope effect on the foot, she busted a needle, and then what she did was, you know, that's where her thumping noise was, because what she did was she had a piece of the needle stuck in there and everything. So I had to fix it all for her and showed her about the black button. And she thought, oh, that's what that thing is for. And I said, yeah, it's been in your instruction manual. So, but anyway, I'm so happy to always show my family and my friends how to sew. That's what I do. I teach sewing. So let's do this one more time before I end this. Now, some of you, oh, by the way, just because people have been sewing for 50, 30, 40 years, a lot of people, like I said in my classes, didn't even know about that. So newbies, all my newbie sewers out there, what we call you guys rookies, do not feel bad you didn't know about this, because you're not the only one that doesn't read your instruction manual. The older people don't either. Okay, so don't let them say anything about the young people, because the older people didn't know either. All right, so when we get to here, lift your foot, push that black button in, okay? And then lower the foot, and now you're going to go over this hump with no problem. I'm going to go over it real slow for you so you can see that. And see how the button released once it got over that hump? And I have no skip stitches. No skip stitches because I have the right thread in here. I have the right needle. And just let me, I'll show you that. There you go. You can see that. There you go. Okay? Now I hope this tip helps you. I know it will. I know this tip will help you. And like I said, newbies, rookies out there sewing, do not feel bad that you didn't know about this because it was in your instruction manual. Like I said, I teach a lot of people of different age groups and people who've sewn for years and people who are new. And the people who even sewed for years didn't even know this. So now you all know, right? Try it. It's going to help you in your sewing. Take care, everybody. Love you. God bless. Bye-bye.